Something is brewing inside Labour, and it's not unity. As Keir Starmer prepares to roll out his boldest move yet on immigration, whispers of rebellion are already echoing through Westminster's corridors. Allies are turning skeptical. Critics are sharpening their knives. And with a high-stakes deal on the table and a foreign leader on his way to London, the real fight might not be across the channel. It might be inside Starmer's own party. The battle lines are being drawn in Westminster as Prime Minister Starmer faces a fresh revolt from within his own ranks. This time, the controversy centers on his highly contentious plan to curb illegal migration across the English Channel. At the heart of this latest rebellion sits a proposed one-in, one-out migrant deal with France. This audacious plan would see asylum seekers who arrive in the UK via small boats return to France within weeks. In exchange, Britain would accept an agreed number of asylum seekers directly from France through official channels. It's a political gamble designed to signal strength on illegal immigration, but it's already dividing opinion within Starmer's Labour Party at breakneck speed. The deal is expected to be formally announced during a state visit from French President Emmanuel Macron this week. However, even before the ink has dried on any agreement, prominent Labour backbenchers are preparing to defy their Prime Minister. They're accusing him of betraying Labour's core values and peddling empty optics over genuine reform. One of the most vocal critics emerging from this internal revolt is former Shadow Defence Secretary Clive Lewis. The Norwich South MP has slammed the proposal, arguing it completely misses the core issue at hand. In a pointed statement to the Telegraph, Lewis contended that the real solution lies in creating safe and legal routes for asylum seekers, not bartering humans between nations like commodities. Lewis posed a fundamental question about immigration and asylum policy. Why don't we have safe routes? He emphasized there are no safe routes available. If you want to stop the boats, establish safe routes, Lewis declared. Labour should have a practical, humane policy, but any sense of a logical process based on human rights, basically what a Labour government would traditionally be expected to deliver, is now out of the window. The criticism extends beyond just Lewis. Another Labour MP, speaking on condition of anonymity, offered blunt assessment of the situation. They acknowledged that human traffickers are the scum of the earth, and the idea was to target them, but admitted we don't seem to be doing too well on that front. This MP expressed deep skepticism, saying they're not convinced by this approach. It sounds like another gimmick that is doomed to fail. The concerns aren't limited to moral questions alone. A third senior Labour figure and former minister expressed profound alarm at how the deal might align with the party's broader values. They drew comparisons to recent debates around welfare reform, stating they are very concerned by the one-in, one-out proposal. It's a bit like the debate we had last week about welfare and disability payments. It just doesn't really seem like a Labour thing to do. This figure's view is that we should have more safe routes. According to this MP, Starmer's strategic move to appear tougher on immigration, a strategy reportedly encouraged by Downing Street Chief of Staff Morgan McSweeney, is causing significant unease among Labour MPs. This is particularly true for those with roots in the party's traditional social justice wing. The internal tensions are becoming more apparent as MPs reveal the philosophical divide. There are a number of my colleagues, particularly those in red wall seats, who think being seen to be more conservative on immigration will help them win again next time, admitted one MP. But there are many of us who completely disagree with that shift. It's not what Labour should be doing. This internal division comes at a particularly challenging time, as new figures obtained by GB News reveal a sharp spike in small boat crossings since Starmer took office. The statistics are staggering and politically damaging. In the 12 months since Labour came to power, over 44,000 migrants have crossed the Channel. This represents a staggering 40% increase compared to Rishi Sunak's final year as Prime Minister. The numbers become even more concerning when broken down further. Of those crossings, more than 20,600 have made the journey in 2025 alone, and we're only halfway through the year. These figures represent not just statistics, but a growing political crisis for Starmer's administration. If you're finding this analysis of Westminster's political drama compelling, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we'll be covering every twist and turn of this developing story as it unfolds. The political pressure is mounting from multiple directions. Starmer is facing restless backbench within his own party, a public increasingly anxious about border control and new data that lays bare the growing scale of the migration crisis. His leadership is now being tested on multiple fronts simultaneously, creating a perfect storm of political challenges. As he prepares to welcome President Macron to Downing Street this week, the stakes couldn't be higher. The timing of this state visit adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. Diplomatic protocol demands a successful visit, but domestic political realities threaten to overshadow any achievements. The proposed migrant deal with France represents more than just immigration policy. It's become a litmus test for Starmer's leadership style and his vision for Labour's future direction. The rebellion brewing within his own ranks suggests that many MPs believe he's moving too far from traditional Labour values in pursuit of electoral pragmatism. One thing is becoming increasingly clear as this political drama unfolds. This migrant deal may not only define Starmer's stance on immigration moving forward, but it could also ignite the most serious internal rebellion of his premiership yet. The coming days will reveal whether Starmer can maintain party unity while pursuing his controversial immigration agenda, or whether this revolt will force him to reconsider his approach entirely. The battle for Labour's soul is just beginning, and the outcome will shape British politics for years to come.